Hey, yo, what is up, my faux shizzlers? It's your boy, FizzleTheHizzle, aka Ben here. For you guys, a Week 7 team builder for the NCL against my man Jay and the UNC Wingulls, who are 1-5. I'm excited to be back in the NCL. It's been a while since I played a YouTube-recorded match. But before I'm going to get into that, I have some housekeeping little announcements to do. So, I recently reached 100 subscribers on YouTube. I just want to thank you guys so much. Check out my Twitter for my gratitude message, but it's crazy, man. 100 subs is more than I could ever ask for. You guys are insane. I'm so glad you guys are liking the content. I really do try my best to bring you guys nothing but the best, and I'm glad you guys are liking it, basically, and I can do this without you. Another thing, this is like the first video, I believe, when I changed my mascot. So I was originally Turtwig for everything, but now I changed it to Buizel, if you couldn't tell already. The background in Showdown, my Twitter banner, my profile pics everywhere are Buizel. It's completely different rebrand. Now, I still love my little Turt Sama. I love my little Turtwig, don't get me wrong. But Buizel is my new mascot, so that's what we're going for. And updates on the AABL. If you didn't know, I am in the AABL finals against A-Drive and Coach Dan. Very exciting battle, and he recently had a baby, so he didn't have a baby. His wife had a baby, Danny, and excuse me. So he's been on a little hiatus, taking a break from Discord, online, stuff like that, just so he can spend time with his wife, which I totally understand. So if the AABL finals battle is a little delayed, and the same thing with the team builder, then it's nothing Dan can do about it. I'm honestly more than happy to take a couple of weeks off, let him do his own thing, man, because it's a once in a lifetime opportunity, and I don't want our stupid draft league battle, don't get me wrong, get in the way of him enjoying some time with his family and his beautiful newborn baby Dallas. So I'm more than happy to take some time off for him. But enough of that. I'm just gonna jump right into the team here. You can already see what's on your screen. I'm not gonna waste time like revealing each one. First off, he's 1-5, so he's not looking so good. And there's a major flaw in this team that I do want to mention along the way. Mega Camrupt, I love Mega Camel. I don't know about you guys, but I love Mega Camel, man. It's very bulky with 70, 100, and 105 special defense. Hits very hard. Excuse me, I'm so sorry. With 145 special oh my goodness. I am so sorry. So with 145 special attack, jeez, you can max that out, and it's going to be hitting very hard. But once you add its sheer force ability, as you can see on your screen, it's going to be hitting so hard with things like Lava Plume, Earth Power. Those things just one-shot things if they're not at least resisted. So it's just insane, man. And it doesn't get too much coverage, so we can look to take advantage of that. And that's basically what Camel does, especially under Trick Room. If it gets a Trick Room up, that's going to be very hard to deal with. Next up, we have Clefable here, the best fairy in the format. Excuse me again, I'm so sorry. So he has very bulky mon, 95 HP, 73 defense, 90 special defense. Stats don't seem like much, but with its two main abilities, Magic Art and Unaware, makes it the best fairy in the format. And with Magic Guard, you can run like a Life Orb with Moonblast, Flamethrower, stuff like that. And it's a really good Wish Passer as well. I used Clefable in the past. I thought it was bad. But as I got more matured, I'm so sorry, in the format, Clefable is a monster. So, enough of that. Next we got 6-foot Hax, my man Leo here. Haxorus, very scary mon, and it's actually the fastest thing on his team at 97. Spoiler alert, he has nothing above 100 in his draft regarding speed tiers. So hits very hard with 147 base special attack. And 97 speed means that if he gets up a Dragon Dance, if you don't have the faster Scarfer or something that can be immune to its ability, is immune to its stab, then it can just blow through teams, man. Especially with Mold Breaker, it can negate some abilities like Levitate and stuff like that. I'm so sorry. I don't know why it just started coughing. Or I just started coughing. Unnerve can prevent using berries, but you usually see things like Dragon Dance, EQ, Outrage, poison jab, stuff like that. And especially with the Z move rules where it's free, he can easily run like Z outrage Haxorus, which can be a problem. Next up, we have Bisharp here. Very good Amon. 125 attack, decent bulk, 65 HP, 170 in defenses. Gets Defiant, and with all the new things getting Defog around, it's a good thing to have this thing around, especially with Intimidate users as well. Usually you see things like Swords Dance, Knockoff, Iron Head, Sucker Punch, stuff like that. And it can be very scary. If it sets up a Swords Dance, it can just Sucker Punch things to death. Cloyster it can go two ways, right? It's very bulky on the defensive end, and it can either Shell Smash with and with Skill Link, it can hit 5 times. So Icicle Crash, Icicle Spear, Ice Shard, Liquidation, Rock Blast, stuff like that with Shell Smash. Or it can be like a Spikes T-Spike setter with a Focus Sash. So we're definitely looking to be wary of both of those kinds of sets. Next up we have Rotom Mow here, Electric Grass, one of the Rotom forms. Very bulky on both sides. 50 HP is not much, but 170 in both defenses is pretty good. Its stab for this Rotom is a Leaf Storm, so it's similar to Rotom Heat where it takes a stat drop. If it uses that stab, it Volt Switches around Defog, Will-O-Wisp. It can be a very good trick user with like Choice Scarf, so that's very scary. Volbeat is terrifying, man. Volbeat is just terrifying with Prankster, Tail Glow, Encore, Substitute, Baton Pass, stuff like that. I actually don't think that kind of Baton Pass rule is used in this format or in this league, so I'll have to double check the rules actually. But it's very scary. It's so annoying, man. It can substitute Encore things. It's just annoying. Speaking of annoying, we got Gothitelle with Shadow Tag allowed. 70 HP, 95 defense, 110 special defense. It can be very bulky. 95 special attack as well. It hits relatively hard. Pretty solid Trick Room setter for Camerupt. And it can Calm Mind, Psyshock away, stuff like that. And with Shadow Tag, unless you... Shadow Tag, if you don't have like a... Item. That one move, that item, you know what I mean, you're gonna get stuck in there. Dusclap's very bulky, 130 in both defenses, 40 HP is lackluster. Both Eviolite, it can get to insane defenses, and you usually see more tech options like Will-O-Wisp, Curse even, stuff like that. It's very annoying to take down if you don't have like Toxic on your team or something. Excuse me. So next up we have Hitmonlee. 120 attack, 110 special defense, 50 HP, 53 defense, 87 speed is not bad. It has 3 pretty solid abilities. Reckless, boosted power of high jump kick, so nothing is a safe switching. Limber prevents paralysis. Unburden, he can run like a curse set with a white herb, and it gets the Unburden boost, so it's like +1 attack, +1 defense with the Unburden boost. So that can be terrifying. Normal gem fake out is also a thing. It gets pretty decent coverage of like Blaze Kick, Poison Jab, Knockoff, stuff like that. It's a good rapid spinner as well. Next up for his final pick, he has Heatran. 91 HP, 106 in both defenses. Can be very bulky. 130 in special attack. Can be very good. He has, it can set rocks up, Lava Plume, Toxic, Flash Cannon, Earth Power, stuff like that. And with Flash Fire, it's immune to... Oh, it gets Flame Body. I didn't even know that. With Flash Fire, it's actually immune to fire type attacks. And it can Z Bloom Doom things as well with the Z move rules here. So, it's a pretty scary team in some respects, but not so scary in other respects. So, what I predict them to bring is Mega Camerupt, Clefable, Haxorus, Cloyster, Gothitelle, and Heatran. Maybe even Hitmonlee instead of Gothitelle. These 3 I feel like are probably going to come. If not Camerupt, then probably Bisharp or Cloyster. I don't know. I don't even know if I said those mons twice. So, let's just jump right into my team here. Some notes actually about his team. He has Stealth Rocks in the form of Clefable, Bisharp, Mega Camel, and Heatran. T-Spikes and Spikes with Cloyster. So he has pretty solid hazard setting capabilities there. Defog with Rotom Mow and Volbeat. And Rapid Spin with Cloyster and Hitmonlee. He has 2 Clerics in Clefable and Gothitelle. And like I said before, we're looking to take advantage of his pretty garbage speed tiers, not gonna lie. His highest mon is 97 with Haxorus. So yeah, jumping right in, Todoroki here. Nothing really takes an Ice Beam plus an Earth Power from Cloyster. From Todoroki here, man. It's just really powerful. Only Cloyster really wants to take those hits. and it's not gonna like a couple of fusion bolts, because a fusion bolt should be able to two-shot Cloyster under every circumstance. Iron Head is for Clefable, and this outspeeds Hitmonlee, because we can't obviously outspeed Haxorus. Life Orb just breaks down his like defensive threats, his defensive switch-in, so that other things in my team can just pick up after them. This is our primary wall breaker, and we're looking to do pretty solid with this. Next up, we have Amber here, our potential lead with Spikes, Bug Buzz, Hidden Power, Ground, and U-Turn. This is a decent lead option against things like Cloyster because it could potentially one-shot with Bug Buzz. And it can like U-turn out on really bad leads like Clefable and Heatran and stuff like that. HP Ground is for the Heatran. And after like a spike or two, nothing like a lot of my offensive threats like Todoroki and Katie really like one-shot things. Especially if we get 2 spikes up, it's going to be insane. And with his really mediocre speeds, I can run 16 EVs in speed and still outspeed everything on his team and put a lot in bulk. So that's really good for me. And Sash is in case he wants to lead like with a Scarfer, or we can U-turn out and preserve the Sash just in case like Haxorus sets up or something. Scarf Haxorus looks pretty decent, but we have a couple of checks to that. Next up we have Primarina Merity here. Protect, Surf, Moonblast, and Shadow Ball. Protect is to scout for like Z Poison Jab, Z Solar Beam from like Haxorus and Heatran. Dry Protect is one of my favorite things in format because it can scout for so many Z moves and it gets nice leftovers recovery as well. We just have to be wary about things that can potentially set up on me. And Dual Stab is a pretty solid way to break down his team. And Shadow Ball is just a decent way to, a decent super effective option to hit Gothitelle and Dusclops. And this is like a phenomenal switch into Heatran every single time, man. We eat hits from Heatran from days. 4 days, that's English and a half for you. And we can protect the scout for a Bloom Doom, which is probably what I'm going to do automatically. Next up we have Zapdos. Walls, like every single one of those physical attackers with Static and Rocky Helmet, it can whittle away at like Hitmonlee and Haxorus. Hitmonlee carries Rock, like Stone Edge and Rock Slide, so we have to be wary about that. But if he's not the curse set, then we can potentially just restuff all over it. So Bisharp is another option that we can take damage from. If he's going to knock something off, it might as well be the Zapdos with the Rocky Helmet and maybe get a static chance. And HP Ice is for things that don't like taking a discharge. Whirlwind is for things that want to set up and like unburden from Hitmonlee. So we can Whirlwind in front of Haxorus if it's like +1 or something. And we can Whirlwind the Hitmonlee out to get rid of its unburden boost. Hidden Power Ice, again, is for the Haxorus. Roost is for longevity, of course. And this thing is, I need to keep this thing as healthy as possible for like his physical attackers, like I said before. Scissor is, it looks really good here, I'm not going to lie. This like completely counters Bisharp. That pursuits my Gengar at the end. And it's the only thing that can really hit Gengar super effectively. And this thing does like a lot of chip with like U-turn and Bullet Punch. It can wear down his team pretty easily. And this Speed EV is to outspeed Gothitelle most of the time. I don't expect him to bring a max speed Gothitelle, but this thing also puts in like lots of work for things that are really low. So if there's like something sitting at like 20% or something, max attack Adamant Bullet Punch should probably pick it off, and this thing just completely walls Bisharp. We need to be careful if we're sending out Katie, so we don't get excuse me, so we don't get like pursuit trapped by what's it called, Bisharp. It's pretty late in the night, I'm sorry. Oh my goodness. Last but not least, we have Ghostium Z Gengar, Shadow Ball, Sludge Bomb, Focus Blast, and Destiny Bond. After a round of spikes, nothing really takes a Z Shadow Ball from Gengar. If we get like 2 or 3 spikes up, it can be very good for us. Focus Blast is for Heatran and Bisharp, and Bisharp is probably running Sucker Punch, so I'm not going to bank on that. Destiny Bond, because in case it's 1v1, I can just Destiny Bond in front of a Sucker Punch of... I can Destiny Bond in front of a Sucker Punch from Bisharp, so I can just Focus Blast next turn. And it can't hit me with the Sucker Punch because then it will die to Destiny Bond. And Destiny Bound is also good for things that I need a sack for, like Mega Camel, because that thing is an absolute monster. Once Bisharp goes down, this just obliterates teams, man. This outspeeds everything on his team as well. All non-Scarfers are outsped with this Katie set. So yeah, man, Katie looks phenomenal here, and we have lots of chip from like Scissor and our Wall Breaker here. And even with Spike's damage, Katie looks phenomenal. If he doesn't bring Bisharp, I'm gonna be very surprised, because nothing on his team really handles Katie well. So yeah, man, hit that like button if you're excited. We're looking to bounce back from our last week's loss against Daniel with his crazy Volcarona set, man. I realize the sprites are out of order actually, so I'm sorry for that. So yeah, man, we're looking to go 6-1. Try to be locked for playoffs, man. I don't want to lose 2 in a row, and it's not planned. It's not planned to lose 2 in a row. So thank you guys so much for watching. It means the world to me, and like always, have a swell day. Peace.